I'm here with Sean from Hardskin at Levy Punk Weekender.
It's Fat Bob, actually.
Fat Bob.
In Hardskin.
Okay, yeah. I'm here with Fat Bob from Hardskin at Levy Punk Weekender. But yeah, we've just been chatting about like the mad schedule that you've got going on. So I guess that's what's on your mind at the moment, really.
No, well, I'd say it's more the start of the football season's on my
really?
mind.
Yeah.
In a few weeks' time, rather than these gigs. They're kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
I mean, we only do it for money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're here for the cash.
As we all do.
Anyone who's got a load of money, get in touch with us.
Well, you've chosen the best scene to get a load of money from. The DIY punk scene is famous for its cash flow.
Yeah.
Way.
So rich.
Just fucking spreading it out left, right, and centre. Yeah, nice. Are you excited about your set, regardless of the money, either way?
Oh, here?
Yeah,
absolutely fucking not. It's full of crusties.
I know.
Are you fucking joking?
It's going to smell of full armpit. Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
I mean, if I'd have known it had been like this, I'd have gone to Waitrose and got some soap as a present for everyone.
We could probably do
I can afford 200 bars of soap for everyone, so... yeah, I mean, if I'd have been warned, it was like this.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's a new Hardskin merch that needs to be sorted. Is Hardskin bar of soap.
I mean, there's dogs running around here, so it's great. It's just like Stonehenge in the 40s.
Nice. But the last time that you guys were in Manchester was for MPF, was it?
No, we didn't play.
Did you not end up playing?
No, it was. There was. I don't know whether you've heard of it. I mean, I don't know whether you got it up north, but there was this pandemic.
Ah, yes.
COVID.
Oh, that rings a bell.
We had it in the south because we're like rich.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether they sent it up north. I mean, they should have sent it up north to get rid of a lot of northerners.
Careful with the language that you're using right now.
If they'd have got rid of more northerners, we could have called it a success. But I don't know what the ratio from southerners to northerners was. But
I reckon more northerners will survive because we're made of tougher stuff. I reckon.
Oh sure. So fucking hard.
You can't even put up with a load of crusties, so I reckon we've got you beat, to be honest.
Not a time. But I think we were down to play that, and then COVID happened, so we didn't do it. I think the last time we played was. Kathy Rocker's 50th birthday in somewhere in Manchester.
Gulliver's.
It was the Gullivers.
Was it Gulliver's?
Yeah, the one upstairs.
Yeah.
With
that gig looked amazing. I didn't go, but I saw a lot of pictures, a lot of mates that went.
Who played? I think it was the Barstool Preachers.
Yeah, it could be. They were mates Kathy's.
Yeah.
Sick.
But she was nice, so I mean, I have to say. In life, that was the first time I realised I was an old man because I came to the gig on the train. I can't remember when it was, maybe 10 years ago or something. I came to the gig on the train, arrived at Manchester at 9 o'clock at night, and there was loads of young women walking around with nothing on.
Yes.
And it was fucking freezing.
Yeah.
And rather than thinking, oh yeah, they look sexy, I was like, you really should put something on.
No, honestly.
Because it's going to get really cold. I mean, it's cold now at 10 o'clock, but at 2 o'clock it's going to be really cold and your mum won't be happy.
I know. Oh man, but regardless of whether you think you're an old man or not, I'm a young queer woman in my early 20s, and I think that when I'm looking at young women, I'm like, why have you not got a good pair of shoes on and a pair of tights?
I wasn't looking, I wasn't going, oh, she's really attractive. I was like,
you look cold.
I was like, fucking hell. You've got nothing on it.
It's no jacket. But the thing is, they pull it off. If they weren't standing around like this, it's like you look cold.
I know.
Just bring a jacket. It's fine. Bring a nice jacket. It'll add to the vibe.
But I think that was my peak of realising I was an old man. So rather than looking, I was more concerned. I was went into fatherly mode. So it was a bit. So every time I think of Manchester, I think, God, that's when you became old.
Oh, mate, no.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what though? There's nothing wrong with aging. Like, there's a lot of people that haven't had the privilege of doing that. So, you know, it's good.
That's true.
It's all good.
Yeah,
you know?
that is true.
Age is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We change into beautiful people.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Especially, I mean, I'm 97.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you look very good for 97.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Nice. Well, also, but you guys have been around since 1996.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean,
something like that. Yeah.
I've researched. That's what that's the date I've found.
Okay.
But what do you think has changed within the punk and skin scene, like since 1996? You know, and what do you think's similar as well?
Well, I mean, I'm old, so I saw a lot of gigs in the 80s, and people.
I mean, yeah, from then as well.
Go on about they were the glory years, but the gigs were fucking terrible. They were violent. They were like rude. You didn't have any money, and you know. But I mean, it was the gigs were exhilarating, but the people going to them were absolute bellends. So there's not a fair lot of bellends going to gigs now, but
bellends are everywhere. Mate.
That's
everywhere.
But. I don't know. I enjoy them more now, but also I have that. I can only tolerate about 20 minutes of music.
Yeah, if
in
there's
total.
bellends.
Even if I'm having the greatest time imaginable. So when I go to a gig, I go and see what I want to see.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch all the other bands and all of that. I'm sorry, but.
And when you go and do that, is that like when you've got that like short space of time, like the capacity that you've got? Do you go and see bands that you already know, or do you like do a bit of research, go and see newer?
If I go and see things, I don't try and go and see reform bands because I've probably seen them, and I'd rather go and see something new. I mean, there is loads of good new oi bands. Don't ask loads of good bands, but don't ask me any names.
That's right. It's all right.
Like the anal curtain fuckers.
Yeah,
they were amazing.
That's free now. Yeah.
Or I don't know. I do go to things, but I mean, when I was young, I went to like 5 gigs a week.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know. Oh, your band's on at 7:30, are they? Oh yeah, I'd like to go to that.
Yeah.
I can be home on the sofa by 9.
Yeah, but I think that actually, like, the fact that you want to go and see newer bands is one of the things that like separates people in the punk scene, because I think there's this idea that like young and older people are divided, but I actually think that the divide is whether you're open to newer music. And that's within a whole range of ages, you know? And I think that being open to newer bands and newer music makes you more tolerant and accepting and open-minded, because it just ends up being a fucking nostalgia fest otherwise.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're just like trying to relive the glory days of what actually didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's really good to hear that you're going to see a new band still.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rebellion is like moving to more newer things as well, which is also quite good. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever been there.
I have.
And everyone thinks, oh, it's horrible, but I have to say, I think every time I go there, the vibes are pretty good. I don't, you know, I don't enjoy everything, but I think the vibes are strong, and it's nice. It's a get together, and people see it as a social thing rather than the bands. I think if it brings, like, I've got my own gripes with Rebellion. Yeah.
Having been a couple times, I don't go anymore, but I also think that at the end of the day, like, if it brings the individual joy, I think that's a positive thing. I think that regardless of the motive behind the change that's happening, if there's more representation of women and queer people and people of colour on stage, that's never a bad thing.
No.
Just because I don't want to go anymore doesn't mean that I don't endorse some of the things that are going on there.
No, absolutely. But, I mean, I don't want to sound like a wanker, but I want to see good bands. I don't I don't care what someone is or whatever. I want to see like
music,
all sorts, and it's great that everyone's more inclusive now, for sure. And all of that. But You know, I don't go and see someone because they're queer. I go and see someone because I like them.
They're good.
Yeah,
but in the not caring, that makes you tolerant.
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
some people actively don't go to bands because they're black or they're queer or they're women.
No, absolutely.
So in having that attitude of, well, I don't care as long as the music's good, it makes you very accepting and tolerant as well.
No, I am tolerant.
You shouldn't go to bands just because there's women in it or because they're queer, you know. Like, if it's shit, it's shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, but the issue is when people don't go.
No, absolutely. I mean, yes, I think the world's a lot better than it was, but there's still loads that can be done. But I work with loads of young people and they're really like woke and it brings out the absolute worst in me. And then they actually realise that you are okay, but it takes a while. After taking the piss out of them for a year, they finally realise, oh, he's all right.
Yeah, mate, it's fine.
Every time they mention pride, he starts tutting. Well, actually.
Well, I think the thing that brings us together is that we can take the piss out of each other. We can't let that get taken away by anything, you know.
And I think if people get too woke, the right will rise up a lot more, like they probably are.
It divides us, doesn't it? No, you just end up picking holes and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you know, you can see there's. I don't know why. I look see where Nazi gigs have been on recently, and there's been a lot more than there has been previously, and I don't know whether that's because a lot of people are being more right wing now, more.
Do you think is that in Britain or is that like
in Britain?
Over,
I mean, there was one in Liverpool the other day, Wigan. Widnes, everywhere up north. There's never any of them in London.
Of course, never. Well, I personally think it's because people are desperate. So like desperation leads people to extremist views, whether that's left or right, it doesn't really matter. But you're pushed to desperation, and that brings out, you know, very extreme views in a lot of people. And that's what it is like. You know, the overarching theme is the elite are making us as the little people divide between each other and blame each other. And because we are all so desperate, and Britain is in a pretty fucking shit state at the moment.
Not as bad as France, though.
Oh, really?
Or America to be in a few weeks, in a few months.
Fucking hell, we'll see what happens there. I mean, let's not worry about that for now. We've got our own shit going on, you know.
I mean, if you're going to fucking shoot someone, shoot them.
Properly, I know. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you said that you've noticed that coming up. But I think that even though, like, obviously, as a community, we're very ardently anti-fascist and all of this. Like, I see when I go to protests and all this kind of thing, it's like, these are just like, it's just working class people that have had the fucking shit kicked out of them by the government and by all of this kind of stuff. But the government has gone, oh, it's the woke people, it's the left-wing people that are taking the shit from you. And it's like, actually, the government are taking shit from all of us, and it makes you just go to extreme views, like wherever you're nurtured from, like you're gonna go one way or the other. It happens, but that's why I think like having an open mind and being tolerant to, obviously to a degree, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna fucking share a bed with a Nazi, but you know, like being tolerant to a degree of where people have come from is an important thing to keep in mind, because little people aren't the enemy between each other. It's the people that are up top, like going like this.
A friend of ours, she slept with this really hot guy, and in the morning she woke up and found a screwdriver tattoo on his back.
Oh, mate!
She had to cleanse herself very hard.
I fucking bet she did. Bath salts and essential oils for days, that.
I don't know whether that should go in there.
Oh, so we can talk about editing that out, but it's fine. Oh, man, that's bad, though.
Oh, yeah, when she was telling us, we were like...
Oh, mate.
And she was like, oh, it's really great. And then in the morning, I was looking through his records, saw a couple of dodgy ones, and then he got up and there was a massive screwdriver on his back.
Oh.
So that's why she hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that's bad. That is bad. Yeah. But like we've been speaking about representation and like you saying that inclusivity in the scene is like a positive thing. You guys released an album in 2013 called Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear, and you had a lot of female artists like on that, like. Debbie Smith, Becky Bondage, The Blonde, all of that. So why do you think that platforming female artists is important?
Do you know what? That's our worst selling record.
Is it really? Well, does that fucking say anything though?
Oi, people don't like birds. They should be at home. What are they doing? What are they doing? Making music and having fun.
It's not what they're for.
And having fun.
Yeah, innit? I mean, it says a lot. It says a lot.
I don't know how we came up with it, but we did, and then I think it's the first ever male and female record ever.
Yeah.
And people didn't give us enough credit for being fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun doing it because most of the ladies came to London to record.
Okay.
And we were like, we can't pay you, but we'll get you absolutely fucking hammered.
Yeah.
So by the end of the night, it was absolute carnage. Debbie Smith couldn't tell the taxi driver where she lived.
Oh my God.
Which was like a real issue with her getting home.
Oh mate, I fucking bet.
And she loved Becky Bondage. And it was just they all just stayed and like sort of got really drunk, and it was really good. It was a good time.
Sounds like
it was a really good thing to do.
So why did you want to do that?
I mean, I love female vocals myself. My favourite band of all time, apart from the Foreskins and Coxbarra,
of course, obviously,
is Blondie.
Oh yeah.
So I've loved Debbie Harry longer than I've lived.
Yeah, fair.
And it probably was something to do with that. I don't know where. I think it was just we just throw things around. But I mean, what is funny? There's no one's ever. The title is Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear, and it's from the Carpenters.
Yeah.
And no one's ever come up and said, that's the first line of that Carpenters song.
Yeah. Really? No one's fucking said that to you?
No, the lyrics...
They just think it's an original idea.
It was from a lyric that never made it on the album, and it was said, why do birds suddenly appear after 10 too many beers? But we never used it on the album, so that's an unreleased exclusive. We never finished it off. So,
but it's a cracking title though, because the fact that you've got a load of women,
I know.
and then you've used that title is actually pretty clever. It's good.
We're idiots, but we are kind of clever in the same way. So I don't know. Yeah,
it's good.
No, it was fun to do.
Yeah.
So.
No, and I enjoyed listening to a lot of it. It was great. I think fuck the ticket sales and the fucking the record sales. Like, sounds
we're already
cracking.
incredibly rich, so things don't have to sell loads.
It's all right. We just do things for the fun of it now. Like, it's fine.
I know. It's just
easy.
Just till we're retired.
Yeah. I mean, also as well, a lot throughout what you've been saying in this interview is it leads to my next question, which is you poke fun at a lot of the punk and oi scene and all this kind of thing, and you're quite open about like bands and subjects that you don't like, which I think is brilliant. But like, why do you do that?
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
The other two are a bit nicer, but I'm. My girlfriend always called me a mean man. And I don't know, I think I've got away with it for a lot of years. And all the time I just get a little bit worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
And just push it a little bit further. Yeah. And people generally don't get upset by it.
Have you had much backlash? That kind of shit?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But I mean, for instance, a Rebellion, I don't know when it was, maybe 10 years ago, and we'd been taking the piss out of the Nazis, and then I was going home after the gig, and just as I got to the door, Blackpool Anti-Fash were there, and they were like, "We're going to walk you back to your hotel because you're one of the most wanted people by the Nazis."
Fucking hell.
And I was like, well, I wasn't scared before you came along.
Yeah.
But that was all from waving a like minute English flag that was like that big, and saying, "Oh fuck England, fuck Great," and they got really upset about it.
Yeah.
So
they're very sensitive people, the Nazis, aren't they? They can't take a joke.
I know. It's also funny because the only thing they hate more is paedophiles, because that's the only thing worse than a Nazi is a paedophile. So loads of their Nazi band songs are about paedophiles because it's trying to make them look good.
I guess that's the bit that we can maybe join on, is everyone hates paedophiles. But it doesn't mean we have to agree on everything else that you're fucking going on about.
But I don't know why it just became part of what we do, and just being mean and rude and
I don't know if it is mean. Like, I think, like, as whatever your political direction that you're in, I think being able to laugh at yourself and take the piss is such a skill. And it's not across the board.
No.
Because when you can't laugh at yourself and laugh at other people, what can you fucking do?
Well, I'm also comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
So that comes...
And the Nazis clearly aren't.
That comes... I think that comes with age, you know, being comfortable with yourself and who you are. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I don't have to be... Like, I don't have to go on the fucking internet and talk about everything, because I know who I am.
Now.
I don't.
Although we're making you do this.
I don't even have a fucking mobile phone, so I'm
absolutely fine.
Yeah,
it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a free man.
Yeah. Hiding the laptop.
I do whatever I like without the phone.
Yeah, of course. Totally disconnected off the grid.
No internet for me.
Yeah. Well, just as like a kind of like final question, we touched on it a little bit before, but what have you guys got coming up? What's the rest of your year looking like?
We're going to Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Obviously. Capital of the world.
A second time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Wargasm Festival in Turkey. Then we've got a full English tour in December.
I've seen some of them. You're at the Exchange. Some in Sheffield.
And London.
Manchester.
No, fuck Manchester.
North.
We're at Leeds. And
Leeds,
Preston. Lots of places.
Yeah.
Totnes.
Oh yeah, nice,
which
down
is,
south.
I know, and then it's the end of the year, and then we'll see what happens. We'll take stock. I mean, we hadn't played. This year was the first time we played for 5 years.
Really?
Just I didn't want to do it anymore. I was a bit like, I've done everything, and then loads of people kept dying, and then I was like, oh right, maybe there is slightly more to life than sitting on my sofa watching Sky Sports. And so we booked a whole year's worth of stuff, and then everything for next year we've said no to at the moment. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't care enough.
Yeah, mate. You do what you want to do, innit?
It's like
life's too short.
Yeah. Or it's too long sometimes.
Have you enjoyed the last year of
it's good. It's good. And we recorded some new songs that are out in a while, and then we've got a best of album where we've magically arranged all the songs that everyone's already got in another order. And we'll sell it to them again.
Capitalise on it.
Capitalism. Capital on it.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah. Bring in the money.
And I don't know. I think too many bands are too obsessed with doing things, and we're not obsessed with it. Also, real life gets in the way. We've all got life, jobs.
Yeah.
Nipper's got 5 kids.
Bloody hell.
So don't shake hands with him.
Yeah, no, but be careful.
You're the one I've been told not
happened.
to.
Yeah.
And Johnny Takeaway, he tour manages for a living. He's been doing Bikini Kill and Latigra for the last 2 years. So he goes. Yeah. So we're all busy, and I just sit in a record shop and as mean to people. So
it's a good way to live your life, though.
Exactly.
Isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's all right.
So
Yeah.
nothing to report really.
Yeah, that's all right, my dear. It sounds like it's been lovely chatting.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice one, Fat Bob.
All
And
right.
I'm looking forward to seeing your set. It's been really nice.
Well, it'll be amazing.
Yeah, I'm buzzing.
We're like the milkman. We always deliver.
Nice one. Bye. Bye.